All right, and we are back. So we got what we got today. We got chapter 1122 of One Piece. So last week we left off with a big ass double page spread of basically what's going to be the major players going into this actual final part of the final saga here. So we have the four emperors, which is Luffy, Buggy, Shanks, and Blackbeard, as well as a bunch of other various characters that are going to be important, I'm assuming, like the Kobes, the Sabos, the Akainus, Aokijis, uh, of the world. And then also we had a silhouette with one mystery character, which I actually did talk about in my True Powerhouse of the Gods Knights video, or Holy Knights, however I titled that video. And basically, you could go watch that video, and I pretty much predicted who this person is. I have a pretty good idea. And we had Saint Garling, who is the supreme commander of the Holy Knights. So with this chapter, we could either continue from that point with literally any of the characters that were on that last page, or we could literally go anywhere around the world, or we could follow the Straw Hats. So let's see where we're going with this. Okay, we got the cover here, and on the cover we got my man Luffy in the front with a chain that looks. I have a chain that looks very similar to that, but it's silver. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. We got Midoriya, aka Deku, behind him. Shout out to Horikoshi and My Hero Academia for finishing a longer story for today's standards. You know what I'm saying? We about to react to a One Piece chapter, so hello. Anyway, and then we got my man Itadori Yuji from JJK right behind him, and then a bunch of other of these uh, more current modern Shonen Jump series behind them. This is a pretty cool cover right here. Continuing on, chapter 1122. The time is at hand, and then we got this badass looking silhouetted pic of my man Smoker, Smoker looking fire right here. No pun intended, but okay, so it's a cover request. A certain boy from Aichi drew fan art of Smoker 22 years ago. Please recreate it. It would be really cool if in like an SBS, Oda shows us the original picture of this and this side by side. But it's also interesting that this is a cover request and not, because I'm pretty sure we're basically in the middle of a cover story with Yamato going around Wano. So I guess maybe Oda took a break from that, but I doubt that that cover story is over. So we'll see when that's gonna resume. If that's gonna be next chapter, or if we're gonna get a couple more of these just fan art requests. But anyway, let's get to the chapter. Okay, we're this is Dressrosa. We're in Dressrosa, and there's a big ass screen with Vegapunk on the screen. The fate of the world depends on pirates. Okay, people in the crowd are shocked at the fact that he said that. Hold on a sec. What is this madness, Vegapunk? Everybody's kind of losing it right now. No way will our country sink too. The Navy has to do something. The world's the world's greatest genius just said it's real. Let's go and get it. The One Piece is out there, so clearly this is a bunch of pirates that are just getting hyped up by the fact that the One Piece is out there for the taking right now. It's about time we pirates ran the show. The world's gonna sink anyways. Leave some for us. The government won't know what hit them. So yeah, so basically, all the pirates are just feeling themselves after this whole broadcast by Vegapunk, and the Marines aren't looking in the best position right now to begin with. So I'm sure that the pirates are just like souped up and believe that they can do pretty much anything at this point. Why are you letting them hear the message? This every snail in the okay, we're at Impel Down. Every snail in the prison is playing it. We can't stop them. So the people in the Impel Down prison that are working there, I guess the guards, whatever, they can't stop the broadcast from being shown on the transponder snails. How could you, Vegapunk? And so these are some Marines. I think these are, I don't know if they're all vice admirals, but I think this is Momonga right here. And so they're kind of sick at the fact that Vegapunk did that because now all the pirates are feeling empowered, like I just said. We cut to Kobe. He's all bandaged up, and he's in the bed, and he's got his main chick right next to him, Hibari, and she was whatever. He says, Luffy-san, I, and he is having a flashback to when he first met Luffy, King of the Pirates, but you'd have, but you'd have to make the whole world kneel to you. Don't tell me you're after the One Piece. And Luffy just got this stupid ass smile on his face, and it's just the epitome of Luffy. He's just become a little bit more mature over time, but he still has that playful nature to him, and that want to just be the Pirate King for a reason that hasn't been disclosed yet. But we're gonna find out. Oh, he's okay. So Kobe is having this flashback, and then he's like, "I have to stop you from achieving your dream." That is crazy. Because if you go all the way back to those first chapters of One Piece, you know what I'm saying? That he's reminiscing on here. It's him really putting his foot down in his own will. You know what I'm saying? The same way that Luffy is dug in on being king of the pirates. Kobe knows that he has to be on the other side of that and combat the pirates. And so him having this resolve is really interesting, especially because he was on that last page with the double page spread with all the heavy hitters last chapter. So now, oh, I'm loving this chapter already because we are kind of going around the world and seeing the perspectives of not only the people, but of a lot of those players that we saw on that last page in the last chapter. So let me just continue and stop over talking it right now. Why are you dummies calling it my world? My world now. This is Buggy saying this. You don't really want that, right? Huh, Chairman Buggy? His Buggy's dick riders are like, what do you mean? Like that's what our job is supposed to be. You know what I mean? And he's like, "It's our world, ain't it?" And he's faking the badass face a little bit, and all of his his cronies are freaking losing their mind. Chairman Buggy will follow you to the depths of hell, and that's one thing that Buggy really could do, man. He could really rile up a crowd, can't he? And Hawk and Croc are just sitting there like, this nigga. I love it, yeah. Croc says, "Just sit." And he says right. Yeah, Buggy says right. And he's like crying. Now we're cutting to the Blackbeard Pirates, which is awesome. One of my last videos that I did was actually about the Blackbeard Pirates and what they potentially could be doing next. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. What should we do, Teach? And we get to see like something that I was kind of talking about in that video. What Blackbeard's reaction is to the information that Caribou has. So uh if not, we're gonna see Caribou give him that information. Anyway. Okay. So they're on the we got Caribou, Van Auger, and what's her name? Katarina Devon. And Katarina Devon is on the transponder now, talking to Blackbeard. What should we do, Teach? We could just kill him, which I said was on the table. You know what I'm saying? Commodore Teach, I'm sure my information will please you. That's what Caribou's saying as he's basically begging for his life. Bring him to me. I'll put him down if his info is a dud. And I'm pretty sure Blackbeard means that shit. You know what I'm saying? Which he's gonna be happy to know that his info is not a dud, and it's probably gonna lead into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? That has to do with the land of Wano. That is the truth. Okay, so we got a little flashback sequence. Oh no, it's not flashback sequence. It's a Vegapunk on the screen, and it's basically him finishing off the broadcast from what it seems like. But we got a bzz, which means that it's cutting out again. And he says, "Joy Boy, he bzz." So it's cutting out, so we're not gonna hear whatever the end of this is probably. But we got my man, the Iron Giant, getting completely wrecked right now by is this Top Man? I think that's Top Man, aka Pumbaa, the giant warthog looking mofo. And so the giants are like, Iron Giant, oh no, you know what I'm saying? And he's not looking too good for Joy Boy's homie over there. Okay, what's happening here? We got one of the Den Den Mushi, the transponder snails, falls over and then it explodes. Which RIP to that snail. That's crazy. But then we got okay. It's the Sunny. We cut back to the Sunny with the Straw Hats, and Venus Zero is still behind them. They're still flying through the air. That horse geezer is back. Do something, Zoro. Ah, I'm glad I put Zoro in the thumbnail. I was just guessing. All right, and Zoro and Venus Zero are both bullshit. Zoro's like looking like but Venus Zero's looking kind of crazy, yo. He looking serious for real. And Usopp and Chopper's eyes are popping out of their head. Tommy's crying and got snot running, you know. Weakling trio, they scared, they're cowardly. And okay, we got a close up of the Iron Giant, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Joy Boy," which we all kind of knew he was falling out here. We thought he was, well, I definitely thought that he was gonna, or she was gonna hold off things enough for them to be able to escape. But I never expected like it to leave the island with them or anything, or for it to have like some kind of really extended conversation with Luffy. But I guess we're gonna get at least a little bit of that here. The giant robot. I want to apologize to you. No, I want to apologize to you too. And Luffy's like, huh? I knew that there was no chance he would still be alive. Luffy's like, hmm? Because he's like, what are you talking about? Did you mistake me for someone else? You look just like him. It was nostalgic. My feelings from that day came rushing back. I hope Joy Boy forgives me. And then we see Saint Saturn and okay, so now we're seeing oh damn. So the Sunny is flying through the air. They're about to land on the giant ship. Past all where all the marine ships, battleships are along the coastline. We got Luffy in the air, about the same level where the Sunny is, but just above where the ship is. And right behind the ship is Venus Zero. And on land, we got Jupiter, which is the giant sandworm. We got Saint Saturn, who's giant. I forgot what the correct word is, but tarantula nigga. We got Top Man, Pumbaa, giant, big as hell. I didn't realize it was that big compared to Venus Zero and damn, was Saint Saturn. Yeah, but holy shit. Jupiter and freaking Top Man are big as shit. They're about as big as the giant ship is. And so the giants are big by themselves, regular. But so their ship gotta be, you know, enormous. And they're Loki. Well, Jupiter especially, the sandworm, he is bigger than their ship. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Uh I hope Joy Boy forgives me. I failed, and the Iron Giant is here, and they're just kind of like holding off as best as they can, but they're not really holding off nothing at this point. It don't look like. I hope Joy Boy forgives me. I failed to make him king. Whoa, the giant worm. This is bad. We're gonna sink. And Luffy's like, King, what is your name? I'm Monkey D. Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates. And he just said, and the Iron Giant says D. And then what is this? It's like a what is it? Oh, okay, they pulling on something out of themselves, the Iron Giant, and it's like a rope, and they untie the knot, and now there's like black lightning coming out of that. Okay, what the hell's going on here? He he he. Hey Luffy, Conqueror's hockey? What the? Yo, what? He got Conqueror's hockey in like a box or something? Like what the hell? Thank you. You let me hear that nostalgic rhythm one last time. It must be the da dum freaking beatbox heartbeat shit. Don't die. I won't let you die. Okay, so he going straight up Majin Vegeta right here, just detonating, but with Conqueror's Haki. And the Conqueror's Haki is so damn strong. Everybody in the blast radius is just donezo. And it stopped all of these the five elders in their tracks. Like they shook now. Like and it didn't seem like anything was stopping these fools. Uh, yeah, everyone is just like they can't believe what's going on or who's this one vice admiral's like who's causing it. They don't know what the heck is it. They don't know what the heck is hitting them right now. And the fact that this has just stopped all the elders in their tracks when they was, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty crazy. Turned them back into their human forms. That's pretty crazy. And knocked their ass back to Marisval. Oh my god! I was not familiar with your game, Iron Giant. What the hell? Okay, so what the heck is that? That's got to be something that has to do with the ancient kingdom and their technology, because you just unloop that shit and then boom. But I'm like, I'm wondering, did it kill him or what? Okay, let's see. They huffing and puffing like they real old men right now. Ooh ah. Somebody yelling. It's the great emu. Great emu's yelling. Joy boy, huff huff huff. They huffing and puffing. Emu huffing and puffing. That's crazy. So is that Joy Boy's Conqueror's hockey that was in that box or whatever he opened up and then the like what? Luffy, you got some shit to do still to get on Joy Boy's level. Luffy's OP right now, but he not messing with this boy, no question. Anyway, the Straw Hats and the Sunny, they land. Okay, they landed in the water. They did, I thought they were landing on the ship, but whatever. Glad you guys made it. Luffy, what happened to those monsters? No idea. They disappeared. What in the world? A robot with hockey? That's facts. And how did that make them vanish? We did it. We landed safely. So I think that that's going to be clearly some kind of hint towards how they're going to be able to defeat Emu, freaking, and the five elders. You know, it all comes back to, well, I'll get to this at the end because we're probably near the end of this chapter at this point. What in the world? A robot with hockey? And how did that make them vanish? This is Dorian Broggy saying this. We did it. We landed safely. And it's Usopp and Chopper, and they're crying and they're hugging Jinbei. And Jinbei's just like, oh, what the heck? Are you okay, Nami-san? I'm fine, but Atlas and Edison. Well, we know what happened to them. They out of here. That's two kamikazes in one. Uh, at least two kamikazes in one freaking arc between the Iron Giant and freaking Atlas. That wasn't even 5 chapters ago. What in the world? A robot with oh wait, I scrolled back up. My bad, y'all. Okay, now we got Saint Saturn, and he's standing up, looking at the Iron Giant, kind of like how he was looking at Kuma in the flashback. And he got this stern look on his face, like the dean of a school that's very disappointed in one of his staff. Listen up, Emmett. Emmett? Okay. The time is at hand. The time? Okay, now the Iron Giant is having a flashback, and clearly this is during the Void Century, and he's talking to Joy Boy. I'm gonna I'm gonna gather my most powerful hockey and seal it inside you. Hey, you see, I knew it. Of course, this is Joy Boy's hockey. You're bound to live much longer than me. I'm not gonna always be around to help. Oh, that sounds terrible. It's crazy that he's just casually talking to him and can clearly hear him with the voice of all things. I wonder if every character at that time could hear the Iron Giant, if it was only certain people, or if it was just Joy Boy and that's why he had that special connection with him or whatever. At some point, you're going to be in mortal danger, or someone you want to be saved will be, or someone you want to, or you're going to be in mortal danger, or someone you want to save will be. When that happens, untie the knot. That's crazy, yeah. I wonder, I'm wondering how they trap the hockey in there. But anyway, so when the time is at hand, you'll still be. So when the time is at hand, you'll still be there to help. That's what the Iron Giant is asking Joy Boy. That's right. Whenever it happens, I'll be saving you from here in the past, just like always. Hee hee. That makes me happy. Thanks. Now it doesn't matter if you're dead. Now it doesn't matter if you're dead. It will be like you are still with me. Hey, that's not gonna happen for ages. Hee hee. Ages and ages. Which, to me, that tells me that he died not too long after this. I hope I don't get lonely. Hee hee. Hee hee. And the last page is them is the Iron Giant, and he's got this silhouette across the face where you're not even seeing the eyes and whatnot. And he knows that it's about to be the end. And clearly he was actually lonely for a very long time. And the fact that Luffy reminded him of Joy Boy just gave him a nice fulfillment, and he got to have the feeling of Joy Boy being there with him through the hockey and what will probably be just before his final moments, you know? Great One Piece chapter. One Piece is on fucking fire right now. Oda, you doing the damn thing. I know you couldn't wait to get to this point, you know? I, I, I couldn't wait to get to this point, but One Piece has been pretty good also. So, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. But yeah, on to whatever's next, which is awesome. I feel like going forward for the rest of the story, we're gonna have more chapters like this where, yeah, we're gonna be in Elbaf or whatever place we're gonna be next, but the story's gonna have more chapters that are us jumping around from place to place and seeing the different perspective of all these characters that Oda's built up over almost 30 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of all the build up that kind of went into us getting to this point, because we all know this is what Oda's been building towards, you know what I'm saying? And seeing this chapter, we know for sure that Luffy still has a lot of room to grow, you know what I'm saying? So, because he is not close to Joy Boy's level right now, and the Five Elders was about to mess them up if Joy Boy's hockey didn't enter the chat real quick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the bad thing is, I was saving something for later in the end of the video, and I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was. So we're probably gonna end the video off here, and I might make a video about it if I remember it at a later time. But uh, it's really crazy just how shook Emu was. It's gonna be really interesting whenever we get this Void Century flashback, and we get to see what the dynamic was between Joy Boy, all these characters that were related to him, such as the Iron Giant, the Mermaid Princess of that time, probably some people from Wano, you know what I'm saying? Um, the Tontatas, pretty much all the races, the Ancient Giants, pretty much all of the different races that were shown also in the last chapter. The Three Eye Tribe for sure, the Buccaneers, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and then also Emu and uh Lily, whatever her name is. All of that's going to be really interesting to see the different dynamics and stuff. The Iron Giant and how they all kind of intertwine. Probably the Mink tribe as well. Pretty much all the races of One Piece and whatnot. And just seeing the actual flashback and to see how Emu kind of got to where they are now, where they're just on top of the world, is going to be really interesting. It's also really interesting. I think I mentioned this last chapter reaction that the younger celestial dragons don't really know their history on everything and whatever. They just kind of were born and were told that they were great and have been acting like it. You know what I'm saying? They don't actually know the history of what happened for them to be in the position that they're in right now. So that's really interesting. I think that that's going to be an interesting, like, kind of X factor and everything. You know what I'm saying? Where the older celestial dragons, a lot of them also just aren't open minded anyway. So they probably also were born into a similar situation, but didn't have the wherewithal to be like, well, how did we get here? They just didn't care. They're just like, we're privileged and we're higher beings, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But in the chapter before this, I forgot what the name of the younger girl, not girl, woman celestial dragon is. I don't know if she's Charles's sister, but she was also with him on Sabaody. She was kind of like surprised to hear some of this information that Vegapunk was saying on the broadcast. So it's clear that not everyone that's Celestial Dragon is privy to all the same knowledge. Shoot, Doflamingo probably knows way more than a lot of these Celestial Dragons that actually do live in Marizwa. So it's going to be interesting to see how all these characters are going to play a role, because with Ichiro Oda, one thing you know for sure is that he didn't build up all these characters for no reason. Even if it's just a reaction from some of them, we're going to see what pretty much a character from every single One Piece arc thinks about what's going on, how it affects them, or they're going to play a major role in it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm really interested to see where we go from here. It's probably Elbaf because we have all the little pieces of foreshadowing earlier in the arc. Plus, they damn near already said that. But there's a Fishman Island is always in the back of my brain because they mentioned Fishman Island early as hell, and we didn't get there for like 3 or 4 arcs after that. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to go after Eddie's Lobby, I'm pretty sure, and we had Thriller Bark, Sabaody, and the whole Marineford saga and a time skip before we even got to Fishman Island. Now I doubt that all that's gonna happen here. What I'm saying is different stuff could happen before we get there, or we could focus on some other characters and some of the side plots going on. So I'm just along for the ride, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I remembered what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was what this guy said is gonna be really important because Kaido said in the fight against Luffy. Kaido said in the fight against Luffy that hockey trumps all. You know what I'm saying? And he had an OPS double fruit, and Luffy had an OPS double fruit. And we're seeing in this chapter, yeah, you can have whatever devil fruit power you got, but hockey trumps all. That strong ass conquerors hockey is what got them niggas the out of here. You know what I'm saying? And so I love that what Kaido said is gonna just keep getting more and more true as we get further into the story. You know what I'm saying? And let's see how Luffy continues to climb that ladder. But all right, I think I've talked enough for now. Um, Shout out to the people that watch these live reactions and whatnot. And yeah, until the next One Piece chapter.